Hello, ladies and gentlemen, creative Vialox, official Vialox designs, whatever you want to call me, back here again with another video. Today, something a bit different that I haven't done. Today, I am doing a tutorial, and the tutorial is actually for the Lightroom that you're looking at right now. It's a very simple Lightroom. It's very easy to make, but it looks pretty good. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Just gonna go ahead and delete all this. So the first thing you want to do is center your camera view so that everything is even. So even like the white dotted line, all of it is put together so it's completely zero. Then you are going to add a cube. Actually, scratch that. First thing you're going to do is add a camera. Then you're going to click this little black box over under the view so that it will stay there. And you can keyframe it at 0 and keyframe it at 90. That is just so it'll stay there, and then you're going to add the cube. So as you can see, we have it right here. For the size X, make it 500, and for the size Z, make it 800. So as you can see, we have this nice long cube. This is going to be our room. So you can't really see in it right now. But we'll get to that in a minute. Right now, what you want to do is lift it, go to all four views, and lift it off the ground so it is even with this. You can't really see it, but this neon green line right here that the camera, so make sure it's running across that. It's not that important, but it helps. So, make sure you have your cube layer selected. Press C on your keyboard, and then come over here and click on polygon mode, and click on this front side and delete it. So now you can see inside this cube. Yeah. So just come back here, delete the keyframes from your timeline. And that was just to make sure it was locked in, and we're going to lock it in here again in a second. So we're going to move up and move in this cube a little bit like so. Go back to 0 and keyframe. Go back to 90 and keyframe. This is so it's going to be still and won't move. So now we're going to add another cube. Make the size about 10. No, sorry. Scratch that. Make the size about 5. Make the size about 10. And make this about 400. Actually, I'm going to make this about 20. Yeah, make that about 20, 10, 400. That's a good number to work with. You can obviously do whatever you want. I'm not going to force you to do this. And then we're going to go to MoGraph and get a cloner object. Grab the cube, put it on the cloner, make sure the cloner layer is selected, and change the mode to grid array. Now if you see down here there's the count, it says 333. Change the right 3 and the middle 3 to 1. As you can see, that just gives us 3 rows. I'm going to head and bring this up to the top here. Bring it down just from the top a little bit. And the material that we use is very simple to make. Just get a new material, make the luminance all the way up, and change the color to about this teal color. Not all the way, just barely over, like so. So that looks pretty good. I'm going to drag this on our lights, and we'll go ahead and render this. So as you can see, it kind of gives it this nice dark room look, like a garage kind of. So yeah, it turned out looking pretty good. Actually, I don't think I have mine centered right. There we go. Drag these. Oops, not sure what I was dragging. Oh, the corner. I'm gonna drag this. Not sure why it won't let me click the cubes. Drag that right about there. Actually gonna keyframe this, or delete this keyframe. Oh, I have to have the camera selected. Camera. Delete the keyframe. Delete the keyframe. You don't have to do this. This is only because I messed it up and didn't put it on quite right. There we go. That looks about right. Went ahead. Oops. Drag this all the way back to 0. Keyframe. So it'll stay in place. Now that's not the most important thing. And I'll also show you how to do another one here. Make the radius about, get out a sphere. Make the radius about, I'm not sure. Here, let me go ahead and turn this off. Make the radius, you can make the radius about, make it about 40. Yeah, that's about good. And then what we're going to do is get another cloner, drag the sphere onto it like so, grid array, and then 1 and 1. As you can see, we have a line of 3, and then just put them up top. Oh, also for the luminance, this is what I forgot. Make the brightness about 200% if you're going to have 3. If you're going to have 1, 900%. But you can mess with those numbers too. As you can see, this one is really dark, so we might want to increase the brightness to about 9. Let's go with 900, see if that makes a difference at all. It doesn't make the biggest difference ever, but it's kind of making a difference. You can also, let me see here. You can, if you do the, you do the opposite here, and make it the ones on the left and the one in the middle, if you make those both 1, it'll go diagonal, and then you can put them on the side, render it out, gives it a nice side room, or side lights, and we can add the ones on top back, and there you go, you got yourself a nice light room. So now I'll move on to something you don't really have to watch, you follow along, just add in some text. So gonna type tutorial, change it to prototype, sure, make the size about 50. Okay, let's try 100. There, that's good. And we can make the depth about 100. Pull this forward a little bit. And we're just gonna make a new material. It doesn't really matter what you make it. Make it whatever you want. I'm just gonna make it kind of reddish. Put Fresnel on it. Give it glow. About 100. Drag that to there. And render it. So it's kind of dark, and it's really has a real big reflection, so it doesn't look that 3D. But that was just like an example. Like here, if I turn off the reflection, you'll see that it's more 3D. So if you're gonna add reflection, just be careful. Like, see, that looks kind of professional, but not as shiny. So for the render settings, for the output, make it 1280 by 720, resolution 75, current frame. For save, make sure you're saving it as a JPEG, unless you're doing an animation. Add an ambient occlusion, and make the maximum samples 80, just for a quicker render. Global illumination. Go to irradiance cache and make the first 2 boxes low. They should be on medium. and you don't really need object glow. I just have that on there. So go ahead and render this out. And as you can see, we have a nice professional looking Lightroom. There's tons more that you could do with this. There's so many possibilities. I have seen some amazing Lightrooms out there, and people don't think they make that much of a difference, but they really do. So yeah, I hope this tutorial was easy to follow along. I kind of talked a little bit fast. I was just trying to get through the tutorial and as quick as possible so it wouldn't be a really long video. So I think that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I'll have more up soon. If you're having trouble with this, you can always ask me questions in the comment. I'll probably put a download link to this this file on MediaFire, and I'll be in the description. So I hope you enjoyed, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.